Hello YouTube. Hello MGTOW. This is me, MGTOW the Win. As you see the progression of my channel, you will see me become more and more structured in the topics. Now, on with the show. Today, I would like to talk to you about a transfer, a specific transfer. It's called transfer of validation. The topic after that would be actually this is a part of it, transfer of validation. The transfer of validation can be transferred in many different ways. It could be transferred into objects. It could be transferred onto people. It could be transferred into oneself. Now, the transfer that many men strive for, many MGTOW men should strive for, is the transfer onto oneself. But many of us fall short and are going to fall short. Why? Because we are human beings. And there are distractions in the world that prevent us from transferring the validation to oneself. But on that times that we do not have the distractions, some of us are able to transfer it to oneself. Now, within transferring validation, you're really transferring your feelings, your emotions. Transferring we're going to go through each subject. By transferring validation to a waifu, it means that, for me, it's a replacement. It's not it's a pacifier. It just takes the majority, a good majority, like a good majority of the feelings that you would normally share with a significant others, and you're placing them on a doll, a life-size doll. But there's always residual. There's always going to be residual. It's inevitable. The affection that you're going to take, you're going to give to said doll, or to said waifu of your choice. And then there's the transfer of validation to automobiles. Now, when you do that, your car is going to be well maintained. For me, I would buy a car off of a MGTOW man. Because the car is going to be well maintained. The car or the semi-truck is going to be well maintained. And it's going to be taken care of. And there's times that it will be customized. It's going to be truck show. It's typically going to be vehicle show worthy. Because that is where some men transfer the validation in the vehicles, into their homes, when they can't get rid of that excess emotion, that excess affection. Many men transfer the validation into their hobbies, whether it be wood turning, carpentry, blacksmithing, metalworking of any type. That's where they transfer the validation. Some men are able to transfer their validation within themselves to make sure that themselves are both emotionally, no, rephrase that, to make sure that they are emotionally, spiritually, and physically catered to for themselves. That is what we are trying to strive for. But because of the distractions and being human, we fall short. We're going to fall short. And I forgot to mention one more thing that we transfer the validation to. Video games, hobbies like video games. Now, we may not be good at them, completely all good at them, but what we are good at, we're going to play. We're going to play. It's what it is. I enjoy video games. I enjoy driving trucks. If I could, I'd be an owner-operator. If I really wanted to, I'd be an owner-operator. But I'm content with being a company driver. I'm content with it. I don't mind it because the place that I work is pretty cool. The pay is not high. It's not ridiculously high. But neither is the stress. Neither is the stress. Now, one thing about validation we have to be mindful of is when we are able to turn the validation within ourselves, we've got to remain humble. As you build yourself to another spiritual plane, as you build yourself to another physical being, as you mold yourself mentally, you have to remember who you are and what you were before, and who you were before this transition, so it cannot be used against you. And believe me, it will be used against you, or be attempted to use against you, if you don't remain humble. But look at the time. Time to go to bed. This is McTown the Wind, signing off.